Hi, welcome to C++ programming tutorial. In this video, we will understand how to write a C++ program to define an employee class with the following members. Data members are employee ID and employee salary. Member functions are to read the data and to print the data. Program should use array within a class concept to read 3 employee information and print 3 employee information. Now we will start writing the program. First we will include the header file, that is include IO stream. Next we will include the standard namespace with the help of using keyword using namespace std. Now we need to create a class called employee. So I will create a class called as employee. We will start the class and then close it with the semicolon here. Now within this particular class we need to add different data members. The first data member we need to add is the employee ID. But as per as the problem statement is concerned, we need to use array within a class and we need to read 3 employee information. So I will use int as a data type for EMP ID of 3 I will take. It indicates that I want to read 3 employee informations. Similarly, I will take int emp sal of 3 because I want to read 3 employee information with respect to salary here. Now coming back to the member function, the member functions are usually written in public section of the class unless stated like it should be written private or protected. Here there are 2 member functions we need to add. One is to read the data and one more is to print the data. Both will not return anything, so I will add the void read underscore data. They doesn't accept any parameter. Here I will just declare them. I will define them outside the class with the help of scope resolution operator. Similarly, I will add print underscore data and then I will close this thing. So in this class I have added 2 members. One is employee ID and employee salary with 3 as the size of that particular array. Now I need to, in this case I have added 2 data members. One is employee ID and employee salary. I have added 2 member functions, read data and print data. Now I need to define these 2 member functions. So I will start with the return type. Next I will mention the scope resolution operator with class name followed by the name of the member function. Here the name of the member function is read data. So I will read the 2 information here. One is employee ID and employee salary, that's true, but I need to read 3 employee information here. So for that reason I will use a for statement. Here I will mention int I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, I plus plus. Now I will go ahead with the cout statement. I will ask user to enter the employee ID. So the user will enter the employee ID here, that I will store in emp ID of I. The meaning of this one is the first employee ID will be stored in employee ID of 0, second one in employee ID of 1, third one in employee ID of 2 here. Similarly, I will give one more cout statement. Here I will ask the user to enter the employee salary. The user will enter the salary, that I will store in emp sal of I. Again the same thing, emp sal of 0 for first employee, 1 for second employee and 2 for third employee. So this is how we have defined the read data member function here. Next we will define the print data, that is another member function. We will start with the return type and then the class name, followed by scope resolution operator, and then print data, that is the name of the function. Here what we need to do is we need to display the employee information. So I will start with again for statement for int I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, I plus plus here. Now I will start with this loop. Here I need to just display the student employee information. So cout, I will display emp id of I, that is the first information or the first employee information will be displayed in the first iteration. That is employee id of 0, employee id of 1, employee id of 2 here. Next I will display one tab here, followed by I will display emp sal of I here, that is a salary, and then I will end this line with new line character. So this much is enough for the print data over here. We have done with both the member functions. Now we will start with the main part of the program, that is int main. Within this particular main part of the program, first we will create an object of the employee class. Let us say that emp is the object name. Next we will call the read data with the help of employee object, which will read the 3 employee information. Next we will give one simple message like first I will add endl, and then I will write employee information is, and then I will add one more end line. Next I will call emp.print data. What it does is it will display the 3 employee information here. So what we did in this program is we started with declaring the header files, and then we defined the class. Within that we have 2 data members, employee ID and employee salary. 2 member functions were declared, and those 2 were defined outside the class here. So the first one is to read the employee information, and the second one is to display the employee information. Next we defined the main part of the program, where we created one object of the class, and then using that object we have called read data and print data in this case. Now we will try to execute and see whether the program is working fine or not. So I will go to execute and compile it. First we will enter the employee ID of the first employee, and then the salary of that particular employee. Let us say that 123 is the employee ID and 10,000 is the salary. Let next employee ID is 234. Let us say that 20,000 is the salary. 345 is the employee ID and 30,000 is the salary. The employee information is displayed here. In the first column we got the employee ID, in the second column we got employee salary here. This is the simplest way of writing the C++ program to read employee ID and employee salary using array within a class concept. In this case we have used array within a class here. We have not used array of objects. I have written the same program with the help of array of object. The link for that video is given in the description below. The link for the source code is also present in the description below. If you want the source code, you can follow that particular link. If you like the video, do like and share with your friends. Press the subscribe button for more videos. Press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you for watching.